Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Astraea Love. And then if you guys are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm here to entertain you. I'm here to get you connect with God, and I'm also here to deliver you a message, okay? Some stuff that Spirit has just kind of informed me about. It's always usually updates. I mean, I'm always getting downloads, but they come in different forms. They come in the form of dreams. They come in the form of, God and the Holy Spirit communicating through visions. And then they also come in the form of intuition. So, my greatest wish is for you to connect with God, for you to understand how your intuition works so that you can start using your best discernment in your life. All right. And that means developing some type of, whether it's muscle testing or using a pendulum or any other technique that you have, but developing a method where you can get yes and no answers from your higher self immediately without having to go pray and wait for a response, where you have a direct connection to God, where you are just communicating. You want to be able to develop, and this is a pendulum if you don't know what a pendulum is, you want to be able to develop a way of asking yes and no questions so that you can ask yourself and actually allow yourself to guide yourself. Because when we're not asking what, okay, for example, I have a food allergy. There are so many times where I could have just assumed that peanuts was not involved in the making of this object, this food item that I enjoy, that should not have no damn peanuts in it. Okay. There are so many times where my intuition just goes, oh, like I go get not to get that. And then I go and I look why. Well, boom, there's peanuts in it. All right. Or like possibility of peanut poisoning, whatever. I don't even want the possibility of that shit. Okay. So, anyways, that's just one example out of many. Like if you guys were actually choosing your boyfriends off of using muscle testing, getting yes and no answers from your higher self, and actually like asking God who's for you and who's not for you, you guys would not be in these situations that y'all are in. I'm not saying everybody's in a bad situation, but I'm just giving examples of why you want to use your intuition, especially going out somewhere, going out with somebody. You don't know if that person, you just never know. Okay. Like, so if you can use your intuition and save yourself a whole lot of hassle from going to a place that could be potentially dangerous, then please do so. But while you're watching Tarot Land, okay, so by watching my videos, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. That means if I talk about something that could benefit your health, like drinking a certain type of tea, make sure that if you have a doctor, that you actually talk to your doctor about that type of tea to make sure that it doesn't have any interactions with medications. That's just an example. But if it were like, what I'm saying is don't take my advice over a trained professional in the field of that advice. Okay. So like if it's a lawyer, listen to what your lawyer says. Okay. I can only give you the messages that spirit gives me. And beyond that, I cannot make choices for you. And you wouldn't want me to, because I'm not you. All right. So, okay. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning, gatekeeping, and the copywriting of messages. Specifically, my messages, everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit. This platform and these messages don't even belong to me. It's basically all for God. So, if you have a problem with that, then you should find somebody else that doesn't like God as much as I love God. Okay. All right. So I pray to everything that's on this list, but to shorten the prayer, we're going to summarize it with this bottom part. So I ask that the Most High God and the Holy Spirit be here with this reading and for every other. I also call upon the ancestors in the spiritual realm, the spirit guides, including the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael. I would ask that he and the other archangels and other benevolent spirits and ascended masters would please block out any evil eye or any negative person. That I understand God bringing negative people to me so I can point them to go within to connect with God, to find the kingdom of heaven within. I can understand that, but please block out anyone or anything that would try to actually harm me or harm this platform in any type of way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers, okay, for their well-being and for them awakening to Christ consciousness and to the truth, which is the fact that we are all of our higher selves is the same thing. All of us are God on the inside, and that's why the kingdom of heaven exists within. So, all right. So as I now ask and call upon God's personal favor to give me the full armor of God for protection during my life's work and mission here on the earth, I just want to say, God, that I'm eternally grateful for your favor, heavenly source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay. So if you guys have a question that you need answered, you can send me a $20 super chat and I will address that question. Okay. And pause the collective reading. But I'm going to just go ahead and read the collective energy. So I feel like what I want to start out with is who is it? Because there's definitely somebody that's like, they're prodding into the collective. And so I want to find out a little bit more characteristics about who they are and who they are to you, because these people are nothing to me. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but like, I don't think that these messages so much have to do with me, even though some of them may resonate a little bit. I feel like it's basically for whoever's going to be coming across my content and who needs a little bit of guidance. We all could use a little bit of guidance, especially guidance that comes from within. If you guys are not remembering your dreams, you need to know that that is not normal. Okay. I know that almost everybody doesn't remember some parts of their dreams, right? But if you're consistently on a day-to-day basis not remembering your dreams, that's not normal. Especially if when you were a teenager, you were an avid dreamer, like you had a lot of lucid dreams. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. Animated eyes. Okay. So you're dealing with somebody that's got very animated eyes. This is the Who Is It Oracle, and it basically pulls out characteristics of whoever it is that's going on. And again, I'll pick up on the energy when it becomes more than one person to let you know. So you're dealing with somebody that has animated eyes. I'm not for sure what that exactly means. I would say maybe animated eyes would be like how I have eyeliner on. Maybe that's what that's talking about. Or maybe their eyes are really big. Medium hair. So this person has medium hair. And I'm kind of picking up on medium colored, but then like basically this color and same thing as height. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. It's nice to see you again. I love your little mermaid. That's so adorable. So yeah, I think that there's something significant about orchids. You may love orchids, right? Black hair. Okay, so we've got medium length, right? And then we've got animated eyes and we've got black hair. And I'm wondering now, like, why are the same cards? I just shuffled this. Why are those cards coming out again like that? Okay, can we get a new energy, Spirit? Yeah, this is a new energy. This is just about the same situation, just new energy. Okay. All right, so there is some jealousy coming from this person, but I feel like it's general jealousy. I don't feel like at this time that it's, yeah, this person has braids. Okay, so they've got braids. So this jealousy, this may be, I hope that this is not something racial, but this is definitely, whoever this person is has a victim mentality. That's what I'm picking up on. So there's jealousy about somebody else. Makeup. This person could use a lot of makeup. Okay, what I just heard is that this person could be an influencer, or they could be somebody that, this makeup card, they could be somebody that preaches the Bible or preaches one thing, but then does another. Like, for instance, I know it says somewhere in the Bible about not wearing fake hair and not putting on makeup or whatever, basically. That's two things right there that are of vanity. So this person could be somebody that is very much into, oh, I'm a goody two shoes and I do what the Bible says and shit like that. But then they're blatantly in everybody's face, not following what the protocol is. And again, maybe if God asked this person to stop wearing makeup, I mean, God's never said no shit like that to me. I don't ever get messages like that. But I know what it says in the Bible. The reason that it says that is because, glamour magic is a real thing. There are people, and this is why I think that there's so many women that make the TikTok videos of them putting the makeup on, because once the makeup's on, they look like a different person, like that's a spell. It's a trick. It's basically an illusion. And it was brought to us by the fallen angels, specifically, I think Azazel. But yeah. So that's one reason why it's most likely in the Bible not to do that, is because, those types of things, like making the hair, whatever, like longer, putting it in braids, using false hair, whatever it is. Okay. This person could also be very skinny. I'm kind of getting like, Queen of Wands energy from this person. And we haven't even used the tarot yet, but okay. So this is definitely somebody that you maybe have seen online. It could also have a mole. Just identifying characteristics. So this person is a female, correct? Yo, the pregnant card comes out again. Why? Okay, obviously this person is a female if pregnant came out. Okay. So how you know this person, are they of African descent? They've got a square face. I feel like we're dealing with two people's energy, but we're getting the description of one person. So why this is coming up twice, I don't know. Exaggerated features. I feel some type of either transgender, or it's something like that. The spirit on this person is something like that. Oval face. This is the same person. Okay. So this could be a daughter and a mother, or a daughter and another sibling. I'm kind of getting like that these people work together. They work together to scam other people or to trick them. Okay, so one of these people could basically like wear a red wig. I'm getting specifically like a red wig. Again, this is like, this is why I don't feel like every single thing in the Bible is 100% accurate, but it's all just it's all human testimony, right? So that's what it's good for, is teaching us. Average height. Both of these people have average height. They're actually quite short. Okay, they're definitely not tall people. So that's why I'm kind of getting a vibe like these people are related to each other. So you got two people in your energy, but I'm just not for sure why they're in your energy. Tribal. Okay, so those people could be African American for sure, or they could be tribal. Again, that could be any type of tribe. That could be like Aborigine. That could be like Native American. So how do these people know the collective? These people are a family through their tribe. That's how they know the collective. Okay, this makes sense. All right, so these people are of one tribe. You are of another, to put it in a nutshell. But I do pick up on that there's either this person that knows you or knows of you, and then their family member, which could be somebody that is, you know, going through some type of transgenderism, or it could be somebody that is sexually confused. But you got two people and one of them is pregnant. This is kind of like the reading I just did, but if the energy needs to come out twice in that way, then it will. I mean, I can never control the way that it comes out, but it will help you to be aware of this. Also, whatever this tribal energy, I'm getting kind of some type of other feeling. I don't feel like this is traditional tribal energy. I feel like this is Luciferianism or something. Yeah, you coming out as the star, the first card. Okay. So basically these people are looking at you. I don't like how this person's looking at me. I don't like that. I don't know why, but this person, the way that they look at you is freaking weird. Okay, so they're seeing you in the energy of the star, which is possibly an issue because they know that your dreams for the future are going to come true. They know that whatever you basically put your time and energy into is going to work out for you. Also, this talks about entering a period of serenity and satisfaction. Well, I hope you're doing well as well. Welcome in, you guys. I just noticed that you guys came into the chat. Yeah, so this is definitely talking about these people want you to share your good fortune with them. They really want you to share your good fortune with them. All right, very interesting. So yeah, we're talking about a pregnant person, somebody that's pregnant or they just got pregnant. And then we're also talking about a tribal energy. But it doesn't have to be this person, this type of tribe. Like this could be, you know, Native American. Rihanna's for real. Rihanna is pregnant. Wow. Wow. Does she have a mole? That would be really interesting. But actually, all of these things, now that I look at it, animated eyes, medium hair, black hair, braids, makeup, skinny, mole, and pregnant, square face, that kind of makes sense. Wow. That is wild. That is wild. Yeah, she does. She lost her voice from cursing on you for sure. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I would not have thought that this was a celebrity. I wonder if the Who Is It Oracle has a celebrity card. But the fact that the star came out the first card, you guys, and I definitely feel like this is your energy, but this is definitely, we could be talking about a star. We could be talking about a celebrity. I think you're right. Rihanna kind of does fit the bill. I'm also hearing Cardi B. Is she pregnant? So there's two females that are pregnant. I feel like there might be two females that are pregnant. And this other person that's attached to the situation, they're going through some type of transgenderism. Temperance, Archangel Michael showing up the second card. Cardi B does follow you. It's not just Rihanna. They keep an eye on you. Okay. Because I was feeling so uncomfortable with the way that this person was looking at me. And this is just a card. But I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm hearing public face. So look at this. Archangel Michael is like descending from the heavens. These people want you to go through some type of change or adaptation. Also, I was talking about my other reading, the ritual of Abramelin. Okay. You guys will want to read into that because it's kind of like, it's to meet the holy guardian angel, but Aleister Crowley wasn't allowed. This is the example I give. Aleister Crowley did not finish that ritual, and most of his later years were not successful because of this ritual. The spirits themselves are not supposed to do this shit, but they did it anyways. They actually have initiated you guys into this type of ritual, okay, thinking that you would fail, but of course you're chosen and you make it through. So it's like gaining a new threshold is what I would say. Oh, you're thinking your daughter might be pregnant again? Wow, you pushed it out. You're like, I don't want to think about that. Wow. She might be about to get pregnant. I mean, mother's instincts, that's a real thing. I absolutely believe in that. Look at the 8 of Cups. So Archangel Michael coming down is like basically causing somebody to have to walk away disappointed. They're dissatisfied. They're tired of their current life situation. Well, these people should change it. but they should leave your energy out of it. Whatever these people have tried to do, they tried to involve your energy into something that was very tribal. And I consider tribal energies to be mainly positive because they're benevolent usually. Like we think of Native American tribes, like that type of thing. I guess there's also African tribes as well. And maybe, Brionic does come from the Bahamas. I found it. The Bahamas. Oh, you've been seeing 8 for 3 days? Yeah, 888. Oh, because 888 is infinity, and it's also Barbadian. Thank you. What did I say? Bahamas. So whatever it's called. Barbados, is that what it's called? It's an island, isn't it? Island in the Bahamas. Yeah, 888 is Barbados. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So that could be tribal. I mean, they could very well have tribal people there. I don't know personally because I've never been, but it is one place that I would be interested in going to. I would be interested in going to like the Bahamas and stuff. But yeah, the 888, that's like a gateway number. It's basically limitless abundance, but it's also, cycles. So this talking about these people have a bad attitude in general. I'm not for sure where this bad attitude's coming from, but it's skewing the way that they view their job and their relationship. Okay. And I'm also getting that sacrificing energy. Like maybe it's popular to sacrifice things or people to something. But I'm kind of getting that this is however the future ends up working out, these people are going to have to change the way that they do things. So if they were following a tribal tradition and that maybe that tribal tradition is like destiny swapping, I pray to God that it's not, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what. So look at how these all fell down. So these fell down like this whenever the cards like was, oh, okay. Oh, isn't it Anansi, the spider? I think his name is Anansi. Okay, so all these cards fell upside down and they fell backwards, which means I can't see. They fell like this on the ground. This is what we don't see about the situation. This is how I read the cards when they do that. So I always know that it just means that we're not seeing something. That's why it's like they want this 5 of Swords energy. It means the outcome to their problem is uncertain and may not make them happy. Whatever they're planning to do, whatever they were planning to do with your energy is not working out. You got a vision of this temple looking stairs and people were leading children through it. Oh my gosh, that's definitely like a surface. Wow. Wow, that's creepy. That is definitely creepy. Yeah, these people are going to have to walk away from this. They're basically putting work above their own means. Yeah, these people are living above their own means. They're failing at using your energy. That's exactly what I'm getting, that they're going to have to walk away from this endeavor. They're also in a creative and sacrifice gone wrong. Yeah. Sacrifice, dang phone. Seriously, this sacrifice gone wrong. This 2 of Swords in the reverse. This is a creative and intellectual rut. Just like you were saying, Ragnarok, about her losing her voice. That's what this is talking about right here with this card. It says movement in the wrong direction. Their need for human interaction creates problem trusting the wrong people. I do feel like these people have trusted the wrong people. Talking too much, feelings of loneliness, a good idea that could involve them and others would be positive to change the experience. This 5 of Pentacles, they're trying to get out of the 5 of Pentacles. So this break in the downward spiral of events, this is talking about a new job, but it won't be permanent. Not for you, but for them. This also talks about temporary financial gain only to lose it again. So again, when you sacrifice your children, whatever it is you're sacrificing, or if you're sacrificing other people's children or whatever it is, like, or even people in your family to gain fame and stuff, that shit is like over. God is stepping in. The 7 of Swords in the reverse. These people are questioning their own judgment because their shit's not working. Like literally their witchcraft has stopped working. It says that their confidence will be shaken by coming events. These people have great opposition to their plans, and they don't realize that it's the Most High God, like literally, that's opposing this. Then the Five of Cups in the reverse, emotional upheaval, life seems unbearable, separation from the one that they love. So these people could even end up getting separated, or they feel like being separated from your energy is like having disappointment and heartache. So they're going to use this breakup or whatever this trauma is to basically create more music or more art. The Six of Wands in the reverse. These people were trying to throw a sneak attack at you, and they want your life to go out of balance, and it's a no. It's a no. Okay. And then, you just by you listening to somebody's music doesn't mean you give them consent to sell your soul to the devil so that they can have more fame and public recognition and can give some shit to their children. This is ridiculous. Others want to take credit for your work. Beware of somebody. See, these people are going to fall into the pit that they dug. The fact that they want to take credit for your good deeds is hilarious to me, because other people want to take credit for these people. Yeah, the music industry collective is eyeballing you for how you've been Israel blessing. Yeah, and Rihanna losing her voice from cursing on you, which was a stupid idea. This sneak attack was a horrible idea, a bad investment. Just a bad investment, straight up. It says thank and reward important people like your fans. Wow, that's crazy. This Ace of Cups in the reverse, this is the Holy Spirit taking their cup and dumping it upside down. They're definitely, their infertility and inability to bear children. So there may be something in the works now that's going to cause so that these people can't have more children so that they can't sacrifice them. This also talks about unrequited love, which is when you love somebody and they don't love you back. But that could very well be, it says that these people are not ready for a relationship. They may be subconsciously choosing a lover knowing that it's not going to work out. Yeah, we were talking about these people trying to bring demons into the world. Yeah, this is a horrible idea. Yes, that's exactly it, Ragnarok. They did. They believed that, almost said ball. They believe that by anybody, it goes for anybody that listens to their music and adores them, that it gives them consent to do whatever the hell they want. Yeah, they definitely worship Baal. Absolutely. Or Moloch, if that's not the same exact one. And then I heard Belial as well. And Belial is a fucking liar. Out of all the demons, he's the best at lying and the biggest at lying. And these people were clearly lied to, because if you have to defend yourself from these people, they're going to be knocked out, literally. And that's why Archangel Michael's was like the second card out. These people do not want this message to get out. I can definitely feel that they are like, shit, what's going to happen to me next? Dude, exactly what you tried to do to somebody else is what's going to happen. Like, this Page of Pentacles, this is a child. This is literally a child. Yeah. Yeah, I really feel like all of these people knew that this was going to backfire. They just decided to do this anyways. So they could be pregnant with a child that could be of the devil, literally some type of demon seed, which is not cool. Again, this is all allegedly until it's proven to be true, but it is what I'm picking up on energetically, that some really weird shit's gone on. And they're trying to ensure this other child that they already have and brought into this world, that they have a famous destiny, so that they can, this is all about for the love of money. Like, this is not even really about wanting to please God. This is for the love of money. Yeah, they definitely want to be this Empress energy, but I feel like you hold the Empress energy regardless of your gender. Your wealth is rooted in God, basically, and theirs is rooted in the devil. That's what's the difference between you two. But the fact that they were taking you listening to their music as giving them consent is not cool. And we call all of our power and our energy back from any star that would try to abuse us, because we've heard their content, which Cardi B could be another one. I mean, I was specifically hearing Cardi B, or maybe she's pregnant again. I don't know. But the Nine of Cups, this is wish fulfillment. Yeah. These events were inevitable. This is like just the effect of doing something too many times. Whatever they did it a little bit too much. And so now it's like having such an adverse reaction. I mean, the spiritual realm is like hell to the no. Yeah, I used to listen. And that's the thing, is that they knowingly and unknowingly are taking advantage of innocent people who are just trying to be entertained. But why does this amount of witchcraft need to be done on shit? Like, this is what I don't understand. Let entertainment just be entertainment. The shit, like, no, like for this to be entertaining, I do not have to go cast no fucking spell. I don't go into the spirit waving a wand or doing any weird shit. You know, these people need to understand that if they either have a talent or they don't have a talent, people are either going to like them or they're not. This Two of Cups, somebody wanted your love offer. They definitely, this is somebody that, like, you know, let's make music to keep people single, to keep them away from their twin flames. They went to the crossroads with this shit. No. This is all about wanting somebody else's wheel of fortune. And that wheel of fortune ensures, you know, a legend, a legacy. These people are really, really weird. They're extremely weird to me. You guys are currently in this wheel of fortune. That's like your destiny and fate to be in the wheel of fortune, because if you were to look at the butterfly effect of your choices, that's where it would lead you. Also, these people are like, it's like the spirit around these people. If you've been seeing a lot of gnats or a lot of hornets or bees or whatever this is like a lot of using, this is stars using their influence to harass and harm other people, whether it's gang stalking or whatever it is. It's still a spiritual way of sending like bullshit to monitor somebody. Yeah, using their collaboration, their fans. That's like, you know, how the Beehive people will attack anybody that says anything about Beyonce. Beyonce does this shit too. This is not just like one. This is like something that's actually it's becoming much more common, you know. And the Diddler was into this type of crap too. So it's all about this collaboration that these people, you know, they feel like they have this fan base that's going to be there to protect them. These fans are not going to lay their neck down and allow themselves to be slaughtered for somebody else's public recognition. Yeah. Good. You've been feeling happier, even if people keep trying to imitate you. Yeah. Or take from you or initiate you. Like I was saying, the spirits just decide to initiate you guys into some shit and not even say nothing. Like, that should be illegal. They're going to suffer for that. The fact that, but again, these spirits knew that you would succeed. So that's why they did it. Yeah, that Beyonce thanked you for getting rid of Jay-Z. Wow. You went to a bar in the dream state where everybody who was famous there. Good. You didn't drink anything. Yeah. Try not to eat and drink in dreams. It's usually witchcraft. The Fool. And this shit will only work if people are in a state of unawareness to it. And I will say that you guys are completely aware of what's going on. You can feel it in the energy. And what you don't feel, your mind and the dream state will definitely let you know. But you got somebody that's trying to shut down your throat chakra. I don't know if you have a hidden ability to sing. These people are looking for the right person to take a gift from. Wow. Knight of Pentacles energy. Coming in real hot with that bullshit. This is definitely somebody who pretends to be conservative, but they're really not spiritually. These people would do, I mean, they work with a lot of practitioners. This is a lot of spiritual work that's being done. Especially to not be successful, this is a waste of fucking time. Like, literally, these people are wasting their time. The 10 of Wands, they're already carrying the 10 of Wands, and they're going to continue to carry that because of the deal that they made. There's no deal. These people need to literally understand free will. By having free will, you can choose to say no. to this crime. It is a crime. Trying to sell somebody else's soul is a crime. And even if you're somebody's parent, you still don't have the ownership over their soul. I don't give a fuck what you think. God owns that. So don't you ever try to sell your children. And these types of people do, though. They'll get pregnant, and like the second they get pregnant, hell yes, I used witchcraft. I got pregnant. Now I'm going to sacrifice this shit to the devil. I'm going to give this up so I can have more strength. No. The sad part is that they can continue to try to do these stupid things, but at the end of the day, if God is watching over that child will not be touched. Okay, even if its parents are the devil itself, the devil incarnate, whatever. But yeah, with this 7 of Cups, they want to paint a lot of illusions around these burdens that are being casted around. These people are looking for somebody who will be the scapegoat, like scapegoat. They're basically looking for the next scapegoat, the next person that they can manipulate and take advantage of. And it's sad because these artists have been manipulated and taken advantage of. That's where they learned how to do this dumb shit, because somebody literally came over and did it to them. And now they feel like, since they've been traumatized, that they need to do it to everybody else. No. Okay. These people chose this path for themselves. Yeah. These people literally want to seriously injure somebody in the collective. They want to permanently injure them. This is like putting somebody on ice, like literally harming them to the point where they can never work a job again. That's sacrificing somebody, and that's wrong. I'm also feeling pain in my right arm, like right here. And so that is significant to somebody. I feel like it feels like an energetic implant is just triggering or some shit. But yeah, definitely was picking up on that. These people are really facing a lot of, they're in a lot of trouble. Things are going to get a lot worse than before they get better. These people are going to be injured by the same thing that they sent out to injure everybody else. And that could be through whatever they put in the background of their music, but it could also be, however else they're harming people. If this is trafficking people, whatever it is, they need to stop. Because like I said, if you have to defend yourself, or if you have to defend this Empress energy, which could be yourself, but yeah, if you have to go into self-defense mode, these people are screwed, because you have Archangel Michael popping out the second card for you. And they definitely sent some type of monitoring spirit or person to spy on you and to gain information about you and your life, because they need a little bit more specific details about you to be able to really pull this off. And God would never give these people any type of information that could be used against you. Yeah, that's crazy. The thing is that these people wanted to get involved in this type of business. They should have known what was going to come with it. And if they were unwilling, let's just say that Rihanna doesn't want to sacrifice her own children, which then she's got to find somebody else, because she's already made the deal. The deal's been done. There's nothing she can do about it. There's no ritual. There's no tribal influence or tribal thing that can be done to cancel out shit made with the devil. There's just not. I mean, you would really have to go the Most High God to get that worked out. This 10 of Swords, they know that this is an inevitable 10 of Swords for them, which means that if they don't keep their word to this demonic influence or whatever it is, if these people do not keep their word to it, that they know that they will be 10 of Swords. They will be 10 of Swords by these other people that are still in the, yeah, I'm definitely picking up your throat chakra attack for sure, because you have King Arthur Excalibur voice. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. Yeah, and I was wondering in the last reading that I did on my other platform, if these people could hear what I'm talking about, or how in the hell do they know that because they know that something has not worked. I mean, this 10 of Swords is coming their way swiftly. It also talks about their home life being interrupted. I'm also hearing somebody could have to take the stand against them. King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles doesn't give me a good vibe. This gives me somebody else that's in the industry. Like I said, if these people don't pay up what they owe, then this other person, this reptilian person from the industry will come through and start taking whatever it is that they want. And when you have that energy coming through, the energy that funds everything, that does these deals, this is it says on here, a consummate deal maker. This is somebody who makes these demonic deals. So these celebrities go to somebody to get this shit done, and they don't know who to go to get it undone. Yeah. Yeah. A fake conservative. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I definitely feel like whoever is in this industry, I feel like they're a problem. They're probably the biggest problem. These other people are the side effect of the problem because they're under this person's control. But yeah, I just hope that this doesn't spread into anything else. Oh, I'm sure that Trump would love to be the Christ figure. I could just I'm sure he would love to be the Pope or some shit, but he's going to have to settle for being the president for right now. But yeah, whoever this is that's in the industry that's ahead of these deals, they're not used to hearing the word no. This person could very well be after you because they feel like you're a King of Cups, a compassionate, wise being, somebody that's balanced from head to heart, and you're balanced in the earth as well. You're also part of Archangel Michael's lineage somehow, or you're part of Gabriel's lineage. It's definitely an archangel that's coming through that's saying that this King of Pentacles is basically done, whatever they've been doing. These celebrities are going to want their money back because they're going to lose their whatever their status is. And then this person's going to have to explain what they were doing. Tower. They're in the tower. Like I said, all these people are in the tower for doing this. This was the worst idea. I would definitely not have done this. Yeah, Gabriel and Michael, a mix of both of them. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely are showing up for you. And they're like, our collective is not going to even have one day where they're in confusion, because this could be a very confusing situation. Like, why would our favorite celebrities be doing rituals on us? I don't know. But I do know that God is saying that they are doing this weird shit. They're causing a lot of illusions, and they're doing things that are unnecessary, causing a lot of more trauma to be done in the earth. Yeah, these people see you as Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Okay, they're basically looking at your nurturing side. Maybe that's what they're looking at people like we're little lambs or some shit. No, we're not. Okay. Like, there was one Jesus. He already did what Jesus was going to do. These people need to stop trying to find anybody with Christ consciousness and then they're basically trying to sacrifice the people that have Christ consciousness on this planet. And that's how they've been keeping people asleep in the matrix. But no, we're all now that all of us at once are awake, we're like, screw you. We don't care about your fame. We don't care about your public recognition. I just heard the name Joe Rogan, and there may be people that expose these weirdos. I'm just going to call these people weirdos. Like, Joe Rogan could be somebody that is here to have a platform to expose these weirdos. You know how I told you guys that Elon Musk was chosen to create a certain type of free energy for people, but he decided to go down the complete wrong path and messed his own destiny up. And now who are we going to Tesla's dead. Who are we going to have to give us that free type of energy? This is what I'm saying, why it's so important to stay on your path and know what's your lane and what's not your lane. If his ego wasn't so big, he would have stayed on the journey he was on, and it would have led him to where he needed to be. But of course, these demons want to come in and they want to change the outcome. They know what the outcome is. They know that they can't indefinitely change it, but they can definitely delay it by sending somebody on a fucking side quest. Yeah, they also see you guys as being super abundant, And so, like I'm saying, you guys have guardian spirits and ancestors that do not play about you. They are like, my collective may be a Queen of Pentacles. They may be a King of Cups. My collective may be like, my beloved may be soft and sweet, but I'm not. Like, and that's the difference, is that you're all's ancestors. The ancestors have walked away from these people who are famous. That's why they have to do so many rituals. This Knight of Wands just fell out. Always trying to manipulate people with this freaking stinking ass wand and this lust crap. Like, seriously. Yeah, just be aware of people trying to pull you down a path of temptation. You guys know your real selves. This is crazy. The Five of Wands just fell out sideways. It says someone will try to cheat you, even use illegal means to take something from you. Because again, trying to go against your free will is illegal, at least in the spiritual realm. Yeah, it's exactly it. You were a dog rescue growing up, and now you rescue kids. That's exactly it. They are pulling from the people that are virtuous, to seed. They need that virtuous energy to basically get money. That's why they sacrifice children. Yeah, it says watch out for deceitful, dishonest people. Do not underestimate your opponents. That they are too powerful. Beware. You may not see it coming till it's too late. These people are completely blinded to the fact that this has already been returned to sender. Yeah, you by you cutting somebody off and not giving them your energy anymore, it's depleting them of life force. Like, that's crazy. They've built their life up on the energy that they've siphoned from fans. That's fucking crazy, you guys. What? You mean they live their life on this shit instead of just going to God and getting the energy from going within? That is crazy. Yeah, they're definitely planning a new business idea, or they're planning something. They want these leadership skills. You know what I mean? They want these leadership skills that you possess. They also want your influence. Well, your ability to influence other people comes from the light of God within you. And so that's, you guys help other people become better people. I do feel like these people are evading justice. They're trying to evade justice in some type of way. It could even be the justice system. But in some type of way, they're trying to evade universal law. And we know that universal, you were their battery for a while. You know that universal law is like will come down crazy heavy on you, especially if you abuse it. And trying to mess with other people's free will and trying to do love spells on people and all this shit. That's abusive. Okay. It's abusive. The moon, these moon rituals, we know that they're up underneath the moon. And again, tonight is another full moon. Like, literally, it's tonight or it's tomorrow night. But yeah, it is a full moon. And these people are up under this damn moon trying to do this dumb shit again. And it's already a backfire. They're already in the tower before they even got to the nighttime. These people were in the tower today. This also talks about their personal faith and ethics being tested. They are being tested and they're epically failing. They're definitely choosing the wrong path. You know what I mean? Yeah, the witching hour starts in 14 minutes on the East Coast. Wow. Yeah, so definitely just pray Psalm 91 at midnight. I did that last night, and I had a lot to work through in the dream state. Woke up really late, but still, it's better than not waking up at all. If these people had it their way, you would not wake up at all, and your destiny would be transferred to their unborn demonic ass child. No, I'm sorry, but these people intentionally used witchcraft to conceive this. Well, I guess we're going to call it a baby, to conceive. And now they want somebody else's destiny because they know that this demonic shit is not even supposed to be in this realm. And they think that God is going to be confused about what happened. Oh my God. Seriously, just because the music industry breadcrumb them does not mean that you are going to be breadcrumb because of that. This is definitely somebody that wanted to influence the way that you perceive love and twin flame relationships. If they can keep you away from your partner, then they feel like they have a leg up or a way into your energy if they can keep you away from the one that you love. Sad. And so maybe that's why in their music, they're writing whatever nonsense. These people are also after your 10 of Pentacles. These people want your lucky charms. In whatever form that those come, that's what they want. This says that be warned that wealth can bring a whole new set of problems. Avoid high-risk projects. This was a very high-risk project for them to work on. Gambling losses. Do not take shortcuts. These people also gamble a lot. They gamble spiritually and they gamble physically. They're always they're always gambling with this shit. Like, come on, yo, you can't gamble somebody else's life. It's not yours. I don't care if you even gave birth to a child. You still don't own that person's life. These people are delusional. And they're getting their entire tribe put up under judgment. God doesn't care if this is a tribal tradition to steal people's destinies or not. God does not fucking care about that. God cares about you and my collective. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly it. The leprechauns and the hobbits. Seriously. Oh my gosh, I love the hobbits of the new Lord of the Rings show. Oh my God, they're like these little wood hobbits. I forget what they're called. They're Harfoots. They're so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. These people, it tells them to invest in low risk ventures. This was very high risk. This was high risque because you're the magician. You're coming out as the magician in the upright. That's definitely your energy, which means you can transmute energy. You know when to call for bullshit. And these people with this moon magic, they made a big risk by working with the devil and the moon. Like literally. They did something up under the moon and conceived of something very, very demonic. And I feel like Archangel Michael, just the same way that these demons can infiltrate a bloodline, so can the archangels. And the archangels have just literally infiltrated your bloodline. They're protecting you from both angles. These people are not going to be able to use you as a temporary fix. Gandalf died and came back. Yeah. Yeah, he was Gandalf the Grey and then came back as Gandalf the White after finding the Balrog. You're right. It's definitely a transformation. These people wanted to, that's such a great, thank you, Ragnarok. That's such a great metaphor for somebody wanting to steal somebody's ascension. That's like them being like, no, I'm the White Gandalf, right? Like, no, bitch, you Saruman, sit down. Like, seriously. But yeah. This is all over your inheritance. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This is over your inheritance and that of your bloodline. That's crazy. These people would go to that length to do a ritual on somebody. That's so scary. You never know what's going to happen and how it's going to work out. And I also feel like the spirits tried to initiate these people and what they did, and they initiated you. You passed the initiation. These people failed it. That's why they're so flippin' weak. They're weak and they're losing money every single day. Their music is becoming less popular and they're losing money, and they're looking for another sacrifice that with this moon magic crap so that they can take some shit from somebody. And they feel like that's going to get them more years of success. Why do they get so addicted to fame? Like, maybe they should just live life without it for a little while and see how that goes. I mean, shit, things are going really bad since they've been famous because of the way that they did it. Things are going really bad for them. I mean, it may look like they're winning, but they're having more losses than wins. Sacrifice, hangman. Exactly it. Sacrifice. They're having more sacrifices than more wins. And the heinous shit that these people have to do to stay famous are things that you and I would never do. Like, never. Yeah, we are definitely organizing the light. We're just here to share the light, to shed light on stuff, and then to organize the light so that more people can wake up and stop worshiping. These people want to be worshiped. We need to stop worshiping them. We need to stop worshiping ancestors. I don't believe in I believe in ancestral veneration, which means honoring your ancestors. And I believe in working with ancestors, but I do not believe in worshiping ancestors unless you know for sure that your ancestor is God. Okay. then that's different because you're a blood descendant of the Most High, which is different. But, you know, worshiping other humans, God never said to do that. And worshiping statues and shit, that's fucking weird. If I don't believe that this statue has anything in it or that it can do anything supernatural, I love it. I still like it. I still think that black tar is beautiful. I still love it. It's a great statue, but I don't believe that I'm not going to feed this shit 3 meals a day. Like, I believe it represents protection and Buddhism, but as far as being an actual God, I don't believe in that. That's the difference, that you're dealing with people that have messed up beliefs. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Archangels are most likely. And Odin's also related to you, and Thor. And those are ones that, like I said, I've been Loki forever. You don't want to fuck with the Norse gods. They don't play. Just like the Vikings were not fun to encounter, the Norse gods, if you encounter them on a bad day, they're not fun to encounter either. Speaking from experience. Yeah, 6 of Swords. These people are going to be judged in a lawsuit for something. They also may be a part of the Diddy case. And they're going to end up being judged in the lawsuit because they took money to do some type of demonic shit with their own energy. So yeah, they're definitely going to flee wherever they live by boat, is what I just heard. They may have other children on this boat. These are not their children, but yeah, travel or journey by water, possibly by water. This also talks about the aftermath of this epic failure of a sacrifice not going through is basically going to put them in legal problems with the devil. Yeah, they wanted this sacrifice to be a turning point, a table's turning. They wanted that to change the outcome of your reality. Like, no. Chosen people just being alive are more powerful than this low vibing crap. And then I just like literally saw this person split open. These people could feel like something is trying to crack them open and extract something. They're right. Something is trying to do exactly what I just said. Something is trying to do that. But you know what? They're not going to throw that on anybody else. These people work with some type of higher witch or higher wizard or warlock or whatever. You know, they do. They work with some type of hierophant. It could be something tribal, but it doesn't have to be. Again, what I'm getting, this tribal energy is like they have this tribal energy, and this tribal energy has kind of turned them down. That's why they are doing these rituals with the white people. Yeah, this hierophant energy. No, this is a secret society, a coven, or a group of people who feel like they have authority over others. And they don't. These people are finding out that this whole system of sacrifices and energy harvesting off of the general public for fame and success, that is not, another thing we don't see just fell. That's not something that God looks kindly upon. Page of Wands. That we're dealing with a child's energy, a pregnant person. This thing just fell. And so, yeah, they feel like they're gonna I really feel like somebody is trying to bring the devil into creation, some shit like that. Like, that's what they're working on, which is crazy. I cut the deck on the 9 of Swords and Death. Okay, so these people, this backfire of this ritual that they're doing tonight with the devil, tonight, this very night, they're going to be in the 9 of Swords for this crap. Because they're trying to keep away you from your twin flame. I do not think that that is okay. Everybody deserves love, and everybody deserves to be loved. I don't care what you've done. The human experience is one that should be of love. And if we don't make a change, then nobody will change. But we have to change ourselves. But still, this devil energy is coming to the end of its bloodline or whatever. Or this demon that we're talking about has so many children on this planet. I don't know why they really need you. What do they really need to bring another devil baby into this world for? This is why this is going to be some type of ending to this person. And I hope that this is not the ending of a child, but if they were trying to bring the Antichrist into creation or whatever, This is not the first time that some dumbass has tried to do this, okay? The last Antichrist spirit I completely unalived and got rid of. So I'm like, I don't want to hear it. This is going to cause somebody to be suffering and in pain, because the way that they went about doing this was trying to use somebody in my collective's energy to get pregnant with the devil, like literally. Or maybe they just don't know. I mean, these people really not know that they're sleeping with the devil. People that have to do these crazy rituals and sacrifice the innocence of people, of children. Come on, yo. Nobody, no child deserves to be born into a world where they're going to be looked at like a demon because they are. Like, that's just sad. Please, Jesus, save us. Odin and Jesus teamed up for you. It's deadly. This is what I'm saying. These people are extremely dissatisfied with the cup that life has offered them. This card always reminds me of never drink or eat from the fairy realm or in the dream state. These people are depressed. They're self-absorbed. They are just more dissatisfied every day with their focus on material possessions. If they would stop like desiring this dumb rich shit, like it's like caviar and expensive flights, and it's all materialism. And there's nothing wrong with having nice stuff, spending money on yourself. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that if you're sacrificing the lives of other people to do that, then maybe you should check yourself, because they underestimated you being this high priestess energy, which means you know how to transmute energy, you know how to go within, and you also know how to see the outcome of something. You're able to basically see through this trick, because this has been a trick that's been on the general population for a long time. And they've done this through the music industry with the specific intention to control our vibration. And it is through the rituals that they do and through whatever they put in the music. And everybody has to either get on board or be unalived. The people that don't want to get on board, like Michael Jackson, Prince, they get unalived. Tupac, I mean, I don't know if Tupac's actually dead, but you know, all of the Aaron Carter, okay, these were not accidental deaths. These were Brittany Murphy, these were not accidental. Shit was no accident. Oh my Lord, Jesus save us. But yeah, they're definitely self-absorbed because they get this big, it's like they already had a big ego, but then their ego gets bigger the richer they get. And then they feel like that because they have money, that they can just treat anybody any certain type of way. And that's not true. You can treat the majority of people a certain type of way, but there will always be that one person that you can't run fucking, yeah, Bob Marley, that you can't run games on. You know what I'm saying? There will always be that one type of person that their spirit confirmation, whatever tapped over there, their spirit team basically is like, no, we're not going to put up with that. You're not going to do that. Like the archangel's intentions for your life outweigh this devil shit. Like literally, it just, the importance of your life, of your guys' lives, and the archangels being connected in your guys' lives, that is so significant, because these people go out of their way to search for the devil. Like they go out of their way to summon it and all that crap, to make these agreements and stuff. And these agreements are for material possessions. Like I wouldn't be able to live with myself. First of all, I would never own a diamond, because I don't want nothing. I don't want any object that somebody else had to die to get, okay? Or whatever, or had to work in a diamond mine, you know, blood diamonds, if you know about the movie. But yeah, just like, even if it wasn't a blood diamond, still, it just, the shit's got negative karma. And they all tie this stuff in with the Illuminati. I don't know how diamonds are tied to the Illuminati, but there is definitely a connection here. And it's I don't know, these Luciferianisms, or Luciferians, I'm sorry, that practice this Luciferianism, they are definitely doing weird rituals. Like these are not rituals that are going to help people. Wow. So Marley spoke about the Babylon Vampire Empire. Wow. That rhymed. Trying to expose it. Yeah, you being Alexander the Great. Wow. And Babylon. See, Babylon was like when the Tower of Babel was up. which is complete confusion. And Persia, and the prophet David said, the broke island of Tyre, like Ezekiel. Okay. Or Tyre. I don't know how you say that word, but yeah, that's exactly it. You know, these people really were just used to a system that worked in the old age, the middle age, or whatever. I feel like they thought that they were working with different demons, but it's always been the same one. Yeah, they also have these police officers and people of the law invested into this Luciferianism. So you got people that are like in positions of authority that also hold these crazy bloodline beliefs, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, beware of anybody wanting to come with you to you with a love offer. I feel like this King of Wands energy is a setup. Daniel said Persia would be punished. Ezekiel said Tyre would be punished, or Tyre. Wow. And Alexander the Great led many nations as foretold and punished them. It sounds about right. Yeah, these people, like I said, from way back then to those empires to now, it's always been the same demon. And this demon doesn't want to give up its leg up. It's got a leg up over the human race. You see on the devil card how those people are chained to the demon. That's not freedom. If pacts with the devil meant freedom, these people would not be naked and chained. Yeah, this is going to be, you know, it's a break in the fighting for you, but it's a personal loss for these people. They let their guard down. These people let their guard down at the wrong moment, and now something has actually come to collect, and it's literally whatever this judge or this higher up reptilian person wants, you know, the souls that it wants. Like, it is what it is. The shit wants what it wants, and these people are willing. I think it just shows how desperate these people are to stay famous or whatever. You may end up getting some good news coming very quickly to you. And this is because you're so obedient. Like, when God tells you to move, you move. When God tells you to not move, you don't. These people are experiencing a funeral or some type of loss. And it could be the loss of a child. That's very unfortunate. But they're going to go through this loss, and then they're going to go to jail. This Eight of Swords, imprisonment, is what they planned for. And it is. If you try to sell the soul of a child or sacrifice them or harvest adrenochrome from them, that is like imprisoning their soul before they can learn how to navigate their soul. That's just evil. Also, this situation requires clear thinking, which these people don't have because they let their emotions control themselves, and they let their emotions control the outcome of the situation. Yeah, you are the energy of the sun, which you're coming in shining bright, shining a light down on this, and you're basically clearing everything up for the future generation. Yeah, you know, they literally want some type of figure to come forward. This Knight of Cups, they want somebody to come save them from this horrible outcome that they're going to experience. But these people that did the crimes will do the time. It will not be your innocent self that suffers because these people are liars and weirdos. Okay. And so that's why I feel like, you know, you guys have worked up a lot of good karma. These people have not. These people are willing to give away their first unborn child or some Rumpelstiltskin shit, dude, just to get out of the mess that they're in right now. They would sacrifice one that they already have alive. That's not okay. And any parent that does that, you need mental help. And I can't help you. God can help you, but you need a therapist, somebody that'll talk some sense into you, because trying to sacrifice your child is not cool. Yeah, this 10 of Cups, people can have a happy family and a good life without selling their soul to the devil. So that's the overall lesson. This is about a body of work, songs, music, writing, all that shit. You can be a talented, successful person without selling your soul to Baal. But in the industry, they're not going to allow you to do that. They want you to buy. And if you stop buying into these handlers and these people that are like specifically put there with the intent to manipulate and control your choice making skills. Like if these people don't say no, start saying no to these, temptations and stuff, if they allow themselves to still be utilized by the devil, then okay, it is what it is. God's going to do what God's going to do, and you're going to be protected. At the end of the day, you're the emperor. You have a close connection with the Most High. These people don't. They don't have any connection. This Page of Cups, they're going to bring you a fishy offer, And this could very well, this offer that these celebrities bring could be like, go into my ticket section and get these tickets to my concert early with this free code or whatever. That could be the offer. I mean, it's going to be something seemingly like little, right? Yeah, you guys are bright lights. Yeah, Archon's going to Archon. Yeah, they don't understand. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. I definitely am Sophia. So I definitely resonate with the Gnosticism, which is a lot less crazy than this shit. This shit is just bonkers. The fact that people think this way, and there's so many of them, is absolutely terrifying to me. But yeah, we all have flaws. None of us are perfect. I'm not saying any of us are perfect, and the chosen of all are probably more perfect. But again, nobody's perfect. We all have gone through something, but it doesn't make it okay for people who have gone through something to push that trauma onto somebody else. Just because they had to sell their soul to get fame doesn't mean you have to. And these people trying to force you to do things against your own free will, that's tampering with spiritual law. This revenge they want, judgment in the reverse. These people don't have the authority to call judgment over you. They don't have that type of power. No, the devil doesn't even have that type. I don't know where these people are getting this information from, where they think that their rituals are literally going to prolong them staying in this star status. If I had to do evil shit like this to be famous, first of all, I don't even want to be famous. But if I was and I had to continue to do evil shit, I'd be like, I don't think that this is really worth it. I'll just go back to being a regular person. You know what I mean? That these people don't have the option of doing that. It says that they need to recognize their part in their own failure because basically they're not taking the responsibility for their errors. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And that's why they want to keep your twin flame from coming in. They don't want the oneness of God. That threatens their authority in organizations, basically. But yeah, they also are unwilling to compromise. And like I said, I would just be like, okay, I'm not going to do this shit. But at the moment that these people say that they're not going to do these rituals and do this illegal shit, that I'm seeing these crimes that they're committing, that's when they get taken out. The moment that they say they're not going to do this shit anymore, that's when something comes for them. So I understand why they're doing it, but still, yeah, we were absolutely meant to meet for sure. So we could help spread the light. And that's not ego. That's just the truth of the reality. These people, maybe they were meant to meet also so that they could bring about us spreading the light. Because other than that, them wanting revenge, there's nothing that you can be judged on. None of us are perfect. None of us are pretending to be perfect. But these people, they are pretending like they are something that they're not. And that's the illusion. Yeah. They see you as a 9 of Pentacles, which means they are like, oh, if I take it from them, God will just give it back to them. Exactly. And Beyonce was supposed to help spread light as well, but then she gave that up when she married Jay-Z. So, but yeah, I hope that she can be redeemed because, I don't want anybody to go to hell. I don't want anybody to go to purgatory. I don't want anybody to suffer what I know that they're going to suffer. I want them to all go back, to go back to God, just go within and stop doing this dumb shit. But I guess the world doesn't care what I want. It's more about what these people want. They have to choose for themselves. We can't choose for them. All we can do is lead by example and just do the correct things to the best of our ability. I mean, I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but there's one thing from making a mistake to making 700 million thousands of them, like these people they don't ever stop making mistakes. They want to stay in this Queen of Wands energy, being like very attractive and stuff like that. And that's just not the way that, like, these people cannot use your energy to extend their life, basically. Yeah, absolutely. I always hope that these people listen and heal, for sure. Yeah, the steps that she needs to do that to get her voice back, come back to God. Exactly. Abandon the cults, leave them, stop drinking blood, all sorts of shit that needs to just stop. But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, leave it behind, like exactly like Lot leaving Sodom. Don't look back. It's exactly it. But the moment that these people try to leave it behind, here comes this chariot cop energy. Here comes this Hierophant. Here comes this devil coming to pull them right back. So I understand why they don't, but still, it's a hard choice to choose God. I guess nowadays it is. I mean, it's the easiest thing for me because everything else seems fucked up. But yeah, they doubted that they would have been protected. Yeah, if they stopped the bullshit. This is the thing, is that, just like how I was saying how Elon was chosen, but he's fucked up his own destiny. These people were also, like, Beyonce was chosen, Rihanna was chosen, Cardi B. When they get chosen and they come up in the spotlight, they have the opportunity to use their influence for good or for bad. But then they decide to adopt this other agenda, and then it all goes for bad. And so that's the choice that they make. And then the outcome that they get, they don't like it. It's because it's justice. Justice will be served. You will be protected. I just heard protect him and her at all costs. Yeah. And the children that you're meant to save and bring into this world, that is also protected. These people are not going to pull you out of a mission where you're already actively in it. That's not possible. I mean, they can try to delay you, but they can't stop you. And a delay is just something taking a little bit longer. But even with that, you can control that by pulling your power and your energy back and saying, I don't give consent to any type of sacrifice. Yeah. This is all because these people really wanted an abundant harvest. I don't know why they can't just make music and have an abundant harvest. You know what I mean? Why do they have to come for what you have? That's crazy. And why do they have to do this shit up underneath the moon? This, whatever they're doing right now and tonight, is not working. Yeah. It just talks about the Four of Wands, you guys being protected and your creative endeavors working out. Financial rewards come in from completed work. And I really feel like you guys basically going into hermit mode. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They need to avoid any new venture at this time. However, they're trying to expand. That's not good. Seeing the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It's going to fail. It's doomed to fail. And they're not being practical. Attempting to do everything by themselves. This is why they need to go to God. It's not going to work out. And what I was just saying about hermit, that you go into hermit mode and it makes you stronger, and it's getting you justice because you're going within. But yeah, these people want world domination. Everybody wants to rule the world, but nobody has, not one person alive has everything. Like, not one person would be good for that job. That's why we should just let God rule the world, and then everybody else should just try to do everything in their power not to upset spiritual law. Because when spiritual law gets broken, then hammers start to come down. And you know what I mean? Exactly. Excalibur. God extends its hand and there's a sword, pointy object on the extended hand, and it goes right into these people. Yeah, they don't have the courage because they're too afraid. But we've died a million times and still have come back, and we're not afraid. So it's like, at some point these people have to be courageous. They've definitely got a King of Swords that they have to contend with. This is somebody who's in a leadership position. This is why I just hope that Trump is not involved in any of this shit. We need to have at least somebody that's good for the world. We need to have somebody. And I guess we have to be those people, but we need to stop looking to celebrities to fulfill that, because they can't. Or the military, the Knight of Swords. You know what I mean? These people that are in the higher ups, maybe they're Illuminati, maybe they're reptilians, maybe they're just possessed by a reptilian. Either way, they're functioning only from one part of the brain. We need people that are using the entire brain so that they can make actual clear decisions, because following in the same direction that they've been going is not working out. These people need new creative vision, and they're not going to get that because they're in an intellectual rut. Literally, they're blocked. They're also about to experience a major betrayal. This is a third party coming in and stabbing them in the heart. They need to realize that they are capable of inflicting hurt upon innocent people and take the responsibility for that. And you guys have an Ace of Wands, which means fertility is ensured at this time. Like whatever you plant will grow. So just make sure that, if you have any crazy women coming to you, just be aware that somebody wants to get pregnant with your seed because they want to try to balance out whatever they've done in the dark with this karma. And so I'm going to definitely tell you guys to continue to love yourselves, continue to do what's right. You guys know what's right and what's not, and God will always be there for you. Okay. Thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I'm so blessed to be here with you. I really adore you guys, and I'm so glad that I get to connect with you. So we're going to continue on blessing this world. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Have a wonderful evening. Make sure you say your witching hour prayer. Okay. Psalm 91, Psalm 35, whatever Psalm you feel drawn to. Yes. God bless you, Soul Tribe. I love you guys. Continue to spread the light. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. You guys have a wonderful day or wonderful night. Bye.